listening to the Betmaker Show. This is the odds to win the PGA Championship at TPC Harding Park. Analysis and picks preview for Monday, August 3rd, 2020. And now, live from Las Vegas, the host of the Betmaker Show, Brian Blessing.
All right, this is going to be good. We got a major coming up this week, and we're going to be jam-packing majors in the rest of the way. We get the PGA this week at Harding Park. We've got the U.S. Open. We've got the Masters. We've got the FedEx Cup playoffs. The only thing we're not going to get out of the deal is the Ryder Cup, but with no fans, what's the point anyway? So that's a good move.
Good call.
Yeah, no. So we're going to have some fun with this. Brian Blessing in Las Vegas. Cam Stewart's north of the border. It wouldn't shock me, buddy, if we had a final pairing of Koepka and Justin Thomas again next week.
I agree, 100%. I was saying, like, I'm out. You know what it is, Brian? And it's not our first rodeo. We've been golfing for a while, but I was proud of myself I looked at Thomas and I go, wow, I get Thomas at 10-1 live. He's 4 shots back. I'm looking at the leaderboard. I go, Todd could gag. Sanjay M doesn't know how to close.
They're all gaggers.
Fowler's the most overrated gagger out there. It's an absolute joke. I say how this guy gets a free pass. Nobody even talks about how bad he's been.
30-1 again this week.
Honestly, I wouldn't bet Fowler at 100-1 in this tournament. He can win. Go for it, Ricky. Like, you win, you're not getting a cent of my money. Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay. That's what I'm saying. He is in the same area code as Daniel Berger. That's insulting to Daniel Berger.
God bless him. He had that great hour and a half at the Players, you know, and that was a week when he got called out for not being able to win, and it was amazing. And he'll always have that, but he can't win.
Yeah, he can't.
But he can't win.
I don't understand. Like, it's weird, you know. And I told my girlfriend last week, Brian, the lovely Lisa, who you know, and she's really into the golf. I go, Justin Thomas is ranked 3rd in the world. In my opinion, he's the best golfer in the world. She's like, really? She's like, what about it? And then she kind of laughed. Like, he used to be in his buddy Speed Shadow. I'm like, yeah. I go, don't let the pink pants fool you. Like, don't let anything about this guy fool you.
Hey,
his dad's into it. He's into it. Brian, he's the best. It's that simple. If he keeps his driver straight, he's unstoppable.
He gives away. Well, you can't say that. You give Morikawa credit. Morikawa poured the birdie in on top of him.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
did. But he had 3-shot lead with 3 to go. All right. So he literally should have won 2 of the last 4. And Cam, he has 13 career wins.
Correct.
By age 27.
Mm-hmm.
And the list of youngest players, it's Tiger, Jack Nicklaus, Justin Thomas, Rory McIlroy.
Exactly.
Now, Justin Thomas is going to win a lot more than Rory McIlroy.
You're damn right he is.
Let me tell you something.
You're damn right he is, Brian. And that's the thing. Like, I go 10-1, and my buddy texts me back. He goes, he's 4 shots back. I go, look who's ahead of him. Just do it. Put 20. I only put $20 on it. I go, you're rich. Put $50 on it.
Five back on the final round is nothing.
I agree.
6 is pushing it. 5 is nothing.
We've even taken 7 in crazy majors with wind, sleet, rain. Bryce, see, that's the thing, right? So you're looking at Thomas this week, the favorite at Harding Park for the PGA Championship at 10-1. You're like, yeah, I need a little bit more. Do you? I'm going to take the Brian Blessing approach, which I did, which won me money this weekend. I had Thomas before the tournament at 12. I get him at 10, 4 shots back. It's almost the same number. You almost want him to be back 4 or 5 in a good field and get the 15 or 20. I don't know what your take is on that situation. And Koepka looks good too.
But I will, singing all his praises right now.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the 10-1 shot to play is Koepka. And here's the deal: the knee, okay, and it was wrapped, and this. I mean, I thought this guy was sitting on wins before he loses his caddy, and then the knee thing. Now, he blew the par 5 yesterday, which was, it was a killer. The tee shot killed him on the par 5. And then on 18, he was pressing and he hit it in the water. But Cam, all this guy has done, and I think coming up just short for this week was the best thing that ever happened to him.
It could be.
He has won 4 of the last 8 majors. Mm-hmm. He's going to do something Walter Hagen hasn't done since the Roaring 20s, win 3 PGAs in a row. This guy, he really is fearless.
Yeah, and let's give even more credit how good the fields are. Like, look at the guys you're playing against. Thomas, McIlroy, Rahm, DeChambeau, even DJ, Xander Schauffele. Like, Webb Simpson's a great player. Like, I'm like, Tiger Woods is back this week. Sorry, I should have started with Tiger. Tiger Woods is back this week at 33 to 1. Who could, it's just, these guys are Thomas and Koepka. Those are the guys. Those are the special players. Like, we give it the eye test. We watch every stroke of every tournament, and there's just something special about these guys in comparison to others. Now,
that being said, although Koepka's won the last 2 in a row, but the PGA is generally the one where, a Sean McKeel or a Bob May or, God only knows who, and there are going to be 20 PGA pros in here, playing in this thing, which is actually fun to watch. If they make the cut, that's like winning the thing for them.
I agree.
So it's Harding Park. They've staged WGCs here, a President's Cup here. The WGC winners when they played there, Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods, all the way back in 2005 for a little footnote. But the thing you get here, Cam, and we just saw it this past week, a par 70 means 2 par 5s.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying it takes the Bombers out of the equation, but it clearly makes it a lot harder for them. If a course with 3 par 5s, the Bombers almost it's an automatic 3 under with an outside chance for an eagle. Take one of those away, it really does bring an army of guys back into the equation just before you even tee it up.
No, I agree. And, you're always looking for a bomb. I'll give you one, but I'm probably going to bet Thomas and Koepka, but I can't bet like a 6-pack like I truly do because of their odds. And I'm going to have to take a look at some other guys. But other than them, I think Berger at 40 looks good. I would start around his game is just, I love it. Like, I'm a big Daniel Berger fan. The guy's almost there. He almost won again, Brian. If not the 18th hole, he got loose and put it in the bunker, and it was tough. And, these things are going to happen. A lot of guys, couldn't close down the stretch. I look at him. And if you're looking for a couple guys that I'm going to play really deep, I know Max Homa, I agree with you. He has a putting problem, but 125 to 1, California kid, Harding Park, San Francisco. There's a lot of things I like about Homa this week. And our boy, it's actually hilarious. When I saw Tom Lewis up there, I almost spit out my coffee. I'm like, I can't believe Blessing or the president of the Tom Lewis fan club. Nobody, and he almost won.
Buddy, let me tell you something. He was sitting on a win, and I'm not kidding you.
Oh, I know.
He hit the par 5. The same thing happened to Koepka, and that was the decide. Well, hey, by the way, we should mention this. It's like forgotten. Give him credit. Justin Thomas is also the luckiest guy on God's green earth.
He is. I tweeted that 2 weeks ago.
16,
I know. He is lucky.
No,
I know.
He hits the ball, and there's nothing but 2 ponds and trees. And he hits it, and he goes, get lucky. And
it got lucky.
It hit a cart path right in front of the one lake or pond, bounced over it, through trees, and he ended up having like 70 yards, a wide open chip and putt. He got up and down for birdie. He could have taken double there, and he was done.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next hole, he did it again. He hit it over where grandstand would have been, and he gets an open look right at the green.
No, I agree with you. But the thing is,
I get it. I get it.
Take advantage of your mistakes, right?
Agree.
He did.
Now, but the Lewis guy. He hits the par 5. He hits a great shot, and that green was like a cart path. And he goes behind the green. He up and down was fine, and he missed a 3-footer. And then on the next hole, he missed another 3-footer. Believe me, if he makes the 3-footer on the par 5, he's got a realistic shot to post a score.
Oh, I agree. I couldn't agree more. And are you looking at him this week at 120? No, me neither. Who do you like then? Okay, so I'm going to tell you, these are guys that are on my radar, and you're going to like one of these.
I got one you're going to, I think.
Okay, I'm going to give you mine because I think you got more bombs. No. So I don't know what to do with Thomas and Koepka. I don't know what I'm going to do, part units, and then I got to figure out how to play this live. Do I go back to Schauffele? I'm close at 20 to 1. This could be the type of course he could do well on, but something about Xander Schauffele. Hey, he could have won too, Brian, if not for a quad. Guy finished, actually birdied the hardest hole on the course. He slips into T6, this guy. Like, what one bad hole, not a bogey, not a double, a quad, right? A quad. So I'm looking at him, and I'll tell you, the 40s I like. Jason Day has found something at 40-1. I'm in. I'm in on Jason Day at 40-1.
In the back is the question, but he's playing good, and man, he can roll the rock, right? I mean, it's not.
He can. Is he your guy, or I missed that one by a little bit? That was only a Scud missile. You need like something bigger, I think, to explode.
Well, no, I've got a grenade. I've got a grenade, but in terms of the guys to win, like
yes.
the name players,
yes,
but you want a price.
Yeah,
is Koepka.
We're not going to get a price.
Out of sight, out of mind, my friend. Adam Scott is back.
I kind of was, yes.
He has not, he said, see ya, I ain't doing the COVID thing. He stayed in Australia. He did his, now I'm trying to look in this stupid website. I mean, it's PGA Tour is cool. I'm having a hard time loading his results for this year, but my memory is he has not played since this thing.
No.
Right?
No, he's been off more than anybody. He stayed back. I actually saw pictures of him on Twitter. Like looked very, very smooth. As that swing doesn't go anywhere. It's man, if he just stays healthy, that's got money written all over it.
Well, I just thought, and I think part of it was, and it was. You remember we said it was one of the best things we did all year was say, watch out for guys that come out of that President's Cup. Mm-hmm. These are guys that are going to win, the Cam Smiths of the world, guys like that. And sure enough, Reed, all these guys came out, and Adam Scott, he had the weight of the country on his shoulders and played great in the President's Cup. And he wins the Genesis. He was 11th in the HSBC WGC event. But there's just something about this guy's game. And the problem was, Cam, with the idiot, I don't even know what you call it anymore. Is it still a belly putter? You can't anchor it.
Yeah.
But you know what? He couldn't putt. He can putt again. Ball striking, this guy's awesome.
No, I agree 100%. The price is great, too. 55-1. There's so many guys below him that I wouldn't even consider. Like, I've already scratched them off. And that's the beautiful thing, Brian. You know, as we're getting older, we're getting a little bit smarter, too. And I have matchup bets and stuff. But there's certain guys, I'm like, if you can't win, I can't take you to win anymore. I don't care about your price. Like, you're not getting my money. I'm looking at guys that could close. Koepka, Thomas, those type of guys. Day knows how to close when he's been in the lead. Adam Scott's a world-class player. He has blown leads in the past, but he's very, very smooth. This could be a good golf course for him. And that price at 55 I'm looking at, I like it. I think it's I agree with you. Like, he's a guy that has to be, looked at. If not, I'm not sure he's going to win, but I think he's going to be there. I don't know what kind of bombs we're looking at this week. It's very, very difficult. Like Ben on, you can't go back to. He gags. Like, there's certain guys. It's just, it's like
I got one. I mean, honestly, I'm going light here.
Christian Bezoutenhout, 175-1.
No. Before I forget, by the way.
And another thing is the burger. It's been scorched. Like, it's basically a rock hard puck. Tell Bernd Wiesberger, we're putting another meat on the grill. Sorry, Bernd.
Hey, by the way, I mean, it broke my heart too. It was like, I had Sung Kang at 346-1.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
In the first two rounds, he led the field in shots gained. Tee to green. Anyway, whatever. That would have been a story to tell. What I was going to say before I forget, before I give you my long shot, slowly, and it's still a ways away. And to me, it's more. It's the John Rahm thing, where the demeanor seems to get the best of him. There's no doubt the skills there. But I'm telling you, buddy, slowly but surely, I think Spieth's starting to come back.
He is. I'm not taking him this week, but he's on my radar. He's on my radar.
He's starting to lose the straight.
You don't think he's motivated too? Watching his buddy become the king out of that friendship now? Remember, it was
the get along.
Thomas was in his shadow. Now it's reversed.
Well, who
be motivated?
Well, let me throw this at you. I think top 5 putter in the world, absolutely. Wouldn't you say?
No, hands down.
I mean,
he's I don't want to, for our older viewers, like my favorite golfer,
Ben Crenshaw.
Oh yeah, and Gentle Ben and Lauren Roberts, in my opinion, had the smoothest putting stroke. Like he was my favorite golfer. My buddy's like, the guy's so boring. I go, I love Lauren Roberts because he does all the things. Just his temperament. Like you watch that guy in the greens, it was butter. And I'm the opposite of everything of that.
When Spieth is over a 10-footer, don't you feel it's like a 3-footer?
I do. And other guys, I think it's a 30-footer. I'm like, there's no way they're going to hit these putts. Exactly.
I'm just saying, I agree with you, not now.
Close.
But he's starting to.
You're right. He's simmering right now. It's not cooked.
But his ball striking is back. He's not.
Yeah.
He was just. I mean, it was a million miles right, a million miles left. He was lost, and he's making a comeback. All right, you want the grenade?
Can I? Is it like a super grenade? Is he American? Just say, is he American?
My belief is he is. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were going to go with instead of Charles Schwab, my boy Mateus Schwab, who almost won the Barracuda. I lied about him 66-1, and he gagged. That would have been like the weekend of my life, hitting the two-step. I'm going to go with Lucas Glover.
Current form.
Good current form.
Yeah, great current form.
Nah, I'd say good current form, 200-1. Phil?
How do we
Phil?
How do we not leave? Michael Thompson is just playing great.
The accountant, Michael Thompson. I love that guy, Michael Thompson. He just looks like he looks like my money guy. Hey, Brian, like I give my money to Michael Thompson. Michael, how are my stocks doing? Well, Cam, COVID-19. It's been a rough ride. Your portfolio is really hurt. Thanks, Mr. Thompson. He just looks like a banker, but man, he's got game. He's very consistent. You know what? I like it. 200-1 too. There's
That's
no
insane.
way. No, Michael Thompson should be. I know where he should be. Right in the old Horschel, Casey, Mickelson, Stenson range, 90-100. You put him in there, and that's even a good price. He's hot.
I mean, it's to me, and isn't that a ridiculous
I
lack of respect for
it? It is. And the course isn't that long, and he does a lot of things well. It's not like he's going to have to bomb it.
Listen, he was 8th in the Heritage, and he won the 3M Open.
I know the guy.
I mean, tee to green, the guy. I mean, he's playing really, 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 really well.
He is, Brian. I like that eye there for Michael Thompson, the accountant. I'm in. Like you got me thinking that's well worth a sprinkle. This is what you do with Michael Thompson too. You got to put him in like top 10s and top 20s. At that odds, you're still going to get plus money. That's how you do it, right? One guy wins this golf tournament, but the accountant, very, very hot. I like that. That's a really, really good pick. And another guy that's kind of like I'm thinking can win. Will he? Getting closer. Louis Oosthuizen is 75-1.
Yes.
You watched his game, man. He's getting there. Is he getting there? He's getting there. He's close.
The Louis putting is great. I love that guy. I mean, it's funny. There are guys I've burned a lot of money on, and I just don't. They make me ill. I burned a lot of money on. I burned a lot of money on Louis, but I love Louis.
So do I. I think at 75-1, he'll definitely be played in top 10s and 20s. He could be there. I really like where we're going this week. And we're not just taking no offense, Hideki, could he have a magical weekend? Yes, pass. You can't close. Like these Sunday guys that gag I'm not even looking at them. Like I don't even want to see their names on the leaderboard. Like Koepka and Thomas are like the horses that are the favorite. Me and you, it's like horse racing. But we got some guys middle of the pack and dogs that actually have won races before. We're not just hoping. No, they've actually done it. That's how we're going to play this thing, right?
And I give the guy a ton of credit. And believe me, had he won, he's player of the year, which is ridiculous. But Todd had the back-to-back wins. But we've seen it now twice. Staring down Dustin Johnson. He went shot for shot. He had one bad break, and it cost him.
The thing about Todd is so good with keeping it in play and stuff. But if he sprays the ball off the tee into rough, he's done. He hits it nowhere. He's
Nick
done.
Faldo was all over it. His swing changed on the back nine.
It did.
But the funny thing, I'm back to the Michael Thompson thing a little bit. By the way, he wins the 3M Open, and then he goes to this WGC thing. My best guess is. He finished 57th, but he 70-74 coming off a win. But on
Which
the weekend,
isn't bad.
He shot 69 on the weekend. But my best guess is, too, that he got into that. He got into the PGA by winning the 3M Open, or he got into the WGC by winning the 3M Open, and probably got himself into the PGA by winning and there were spots that were open up for grabs to get into the U.S. Anyway, the week after a win is just throw it out.
It's a nightmare. Yeah, no, even if you're not a party animal, imagine me winning after a week, Brian. If I was good, how many chicken wings, vodkas, whatever would go down? I'd probably have to take 2 weeks off. I call the commissioner. Don't talk to me. You'd find me in a ditch somewhere. Hey, there's Cam. I would party so hard. Like if I won the Cleric Jug, that thing would just be filled with booze till for the next week.
Let's make some money tonight.
For outstanding information and special offerings and promotions, we invite you and encourage you to sign up for our newsletter today simply by going to the website at betmaker.com. You know me, I can't help myself. I'm going to mention his name. I'm going to give you I mean, this is unbelievable. From a price perspective, Adam Scott. But, Webb Simpson also at 25 to 1.
I agree with that.
This is at Harding Park, but he won his U.S. Open at Olympic up in San Francisco. Okay, so that neck of the woods, primetime golf for you, by the way, on the East Coast. I got to just mention his name, and if it happens, it happens. Rory Sabatini. Me, I can't. His game is much better than the price they offer you. But from the Euro perspective, Fleetwood's got a couple under his belt, but his game, he's steely-eyed, and
I'm going to pass.
I'm going to pass too. His game's built for majors. But I will tell you, Ty Hatton, I got a future on him for the Masters. Fitzpatrick is close. I've got a future on him in the match. He's another one where the putter kind of let him down late, but he was right there. You want the overlay? So he had a bad week. Okay. Guys that win a Masters, right? They disappear for years, but all of a sudden, if a guy's got major pedigree, all of a sudden, it took a while. And here he goes. Oh, and then he wins 2 in the next 3 years. How is Danny Willett 150 to 1?
Yeah, and it's almost, if you like Danny Willett as a dog, it's because his Sunday was a disaster. And I had him. He was right there. Exactly. You know what? Everybody talked to Ricky Fowler about how his Sunday went. Willett's Sunday sucked. And once he, started bogeying, the bogey train started. And that happens to almost everybody. So, yeah, I got no problem with that. I like him more, a top 20. I'm not sure if he can close the door, but not everyone's getting my money this week, Brian. But
I'm only doing 3.
The 2 underdogs that I'm going to ride your Michael Thompson sprinkle. I like Louis as a sprinkle, and I don't know what to do between Day and Scott. My horse is going to be Brooks Koepka, and you know what? You kind of convinced me. I don't know what to do with Thomas. I might have to wait on him. We'll see how he plays. But the Webb Simpson comment at 28 to 1 also is very, very enticing. That's it. And so just we'll sprinkle on a couple guys. I like Homa. I know you disagree. So 125 to 1 on Homa. Michael Thompson, the accountant's 200, and Louis, dime for the jukebox between my chiclets. Great teeth. Very, very big. Yeah, we should, if we had Charles Schwartz.
No, that's worse. Louis' teeth are okay.
They're pretty big, and there's a big gap there. I could probably I could squeeze 2 loonies in, but 75 to 1, that's a nice price.
By the way, I had Louis in the Masters when Bubba hit the duck hook.
Oh, yeah, and me too. Actually, me too. I think we were both on it, and we were like, hey, thanks, Bubba. We're great. that guy's stolen money away from me many times. I don't know what's going on, Brian. Since the pandemic, it's almost like you used to use the best phrase, water finds its level. Those years of me and you having seconds, this year I'm getting a few of them back. It's weird. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, Cam, you've actually won 4 of the last 5 or whatever. I got lucky with Thomas, but I've been very unlucky in the past, and I'll admit that I got lucky.
I did watch. Okay, I'm happy for you, kiddo. I listened. I did watch. They did a PGA preview, and I watched the last 3 holes are wild. Against this Lake Merced, you got a drivable par 4 where, literally they can drive the green or they can take a 7. So it's one of those. The par 3, they say looks like a nothing burger. It's 175 yards, but it's right against the lake. And the guy, the pro that there said, I've hit 8 iron there. I've hit 3 iron there. Because the wind is always
San Francisco. Could I ask Brian, like rapid fire, just your opinions of certain guys?
Yeah,
because I think we should go. It's a major. We should go over it. McIlroy, I'm going to pass. You're going to pass. John Rahm, since number 1, he's gone, but he could be there this week. Don't like him at 14. DeChambeau, I think him trying to cut corners at this course is a nightmare. I think I'm actually going to fade him in matchup bets where he's favored. I'm going to try to bet against him. DJ, I'm not interested in at 20. What do you think about Schauffele? I want to take him. I can't bet everybody at 20. Patrick Cantlay could actually surprise us. He's just not in. He's an okay. He's a guy that just drives me nuts because he makes big mistakes. Kind of like Xander Schauffele. He'll have like a couple bad doubles and the party's over. Webb Simpson, we both like. Tiger at 33. We have to mention and Morikawa. But we'll start with Tiger. What's your opinion on Tiger at 33? It is a nice price.
He can win any time he tees it up.
Yes, he can.
If he's healthy, if he's in contention, the knowledge of knowing how to win. Yes, I mean the answer: can he win? Yes.
You're not betting him though, right? Or maybe wait live if he's like 5 back or something. Yeah, I'm not betting him either. Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Well, you know what? I'm talking myself into one. Only because we'd kick ourselves in the ass so hard.
Who?
If he won this thing. You know, there's always subplots and scripts. You know what flies so underneath the radar? Do you realize if he wins the career Grand Slam? I'm putting $5 or $10 on Jordan Spieth. If he wins this tournament, talk about coming in. I mean, wouldn't that be when you get to the Masters, right? All week long. Oh, Rory wins, he gets the career Grand Slam. They would be talking about that morning, noon, and night. Spieth is coming here. He's so off the radar.
He is. He
is coming here, Cam, with a chance to complete the career Grand Slam. And he's the same age as Justin Thomas. And his game is we said his putting's great, and it's a par 70. So you don't have to be, it doesn't have to be the bomber. And his ball striking is mightily improving. And I'm gonna give him credit because I think we look past him just because he's not contended and he's been all over the place. But he's been showing up on the weekends, in the top 10. But if he's in contention to win with that putter and the fact that he's won so much in the past, that's a plus. I'm just sitting there going, we'd kick ourselves if Spieth won this thing. He wins the career Grand Slam. We spent 10 minutes talking about him, and they didn't bet him.
Yeah, and the point that you're trying to make is well taken. I've been watching him. He's getting close. Like, he didn't gag on Sunday. He kind of played his game, made some putts, missed some putts.
He's piping hybrids and 3 woods.
I know.
He's hitting the fairway again.
Yeah, like you're never going to get Jordan Spieth once he starts trending upward at 55. He's playing kind of like a 35-40. Like, you know what I mean? And it's a good number for him because everyone's talking about Thomas and Koepka. I agree with that.
I don't need I'll just tell you. By the time I'm going to look it up here real quick when I'm in a hurry. But I'll bet you a guess right now. Spieth would probably be 40 to win the Masters, right? If he won this thing, he'd go down to 15 in 10 seconds.
I know. I'm actually going to go look on some sites where I have a few loonies, Brian, and start sprinkling.
That was a guess. So see if I'm right.
No, I guarantee it. He'll be anywhere between 15 and like 18 at the most.
He's 30. He's 30 at the Superbook for the Masters.
I can do better than that.
So this is horses for quarter. I'm just saying, but he's 55 in this thing. If he won this, he would literally go down to 20 at best, at worst.
Mm-hmm.
He'd drop to 20, if not 15 to 1 for the Masters.
I agree, buddy. I agree. Well, good luck. We're on some of the same guys this week. I have to sprinkle on it now because you're right. If he did do something I didn't have money on, I don't like that feeling. So yeah, I'm with you.
All right, my man. All right, dude, this is going to be. Hey, the schedule coming up is nuts.
It's awesome, buddy. I can't. This is like, hockey's back. Basketball's been great. I actually took the Phoenix Suns. They went out right last night. Topsy-turvy world. Got to tell you, those hockey totals, though, Brian. The goaltenders we're not right all the time. I thought they'd be a little bit rusty. It's actually opposite. These guys are on fire, and coaches going to the backups have been great decision. And I'll give myself a little bit of a Barry Horowitz with Staylock. I told you I think he's the most underrated goalie in the league. He showed Vancouver he could play.
Well, okay, then if we're throwing pats on the back out, all right, if we're doing that.
Yes.
If we're going down that road, Columbus.
Oh, great pick. Oh, buddy, trust me, if the Leafs weren't my team, I'd be all over Columbus. But they
throttled them.
I don't know. It's actually, let's call it out for what it is. The Leafs don't have, it's a bad matchup for them. Columbus is too good. They're suffocating. Exactly.
North-south, killed their defense.
They are poisonous. Instead of Python, they don't have to strike. You know what I mean? And you know what? And I'm an idiot for going against Arizona when I liked me and you liked them the whole time. We started changing with the Nashville narrative. Nashville blows.
They're terrible.
Here it is. Anyway, good luck with your golf picks.
You too. No, the PGA Harding Park's got to be fun. Best of luck, everybody.
Betmaker, let's make some money tonight.
Well, that's the Betmaker Show for now. We publish multiple times each week. We'd like to thank you for listening, and if you liked what you heard, please take a moment to leave a rating and review, or subscribe to our show feed, or share our show with a friend or two and help us grow the show. We very much appreciate it. Visit us on the web at betmaker.com. And reminder to sign up for the newsletter. Thanks to our engineer, Darren Vandermolen, and producer, Mike Gallivan. The Betmaker Show is a production of Cardinal Marketing Incorporated. Betmaker is a registered trademark. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of this content without the express written consent of Cardinal Marketing Incorporated is strictly prohibited.
The handicapping and sports odds information contained on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Please confirm the wagering regulations in your jurisdiction, as they vary from state to state, province to province, and country to country. Using this information to contravene any law or statute is prohibited. The podcast is not associated with, nor is it endorsed by any professional or collegiate league, association, or team. This podcast does not target and is not intended for an audience under the age of 18. If you think that you have a gambling addiction, stop this podcast now and please seek help.
Gambling and betting on sports is a form of entertainment and should be about having a good time. But when done excessively, it may negatively affect other areas of a person's life, such as their physical and mental health, school or work performance, finances, and or interpersonal relationships. At Betmaker.com and the Betmaker Show, we're concerned about the addiction that gambling may cause, and for this reason, we encourage everyone to practice responsible gambling. An approach to gambling that helps you ensure that it remains an enjoyable activity. Here are the main principles of responsible gambling. Don't think of gambling as a way to make money. Always gamble with money that you can afford to lose. Set limits and stick to them. Never chase losses. Don't gamble when you're depressed or upset, and create a healthy balance. Always be aware of how much time you spend gambling or thinking about gambling. And do not allow gambling to cause you to miss out on time with family and friends or time spent on other activities you enjoy. By following these guidelines, gambling can be a good time and great entertainment. If you feel at any time that your gambling is taking away from important areas of your life, is causing you stress or depression, or is leading to financial losses that are beyond your control, please reach out for help. Learn more at responsiblegambling.org.